There we go. All right, so let's get started. Again, we're building a card today for Stephen, who is the president of an insurance agency. We're going to walk through the steps. I'm going to show you how to set up the vCard, how to get your contact information in there, how to add your photo and logo, just some basic information just to get you started, how to aggregate all that information in one place. We're going to add some text today, some information about his agency. We're going to add some call to actions to get people to respond, basically add some get a quote forms as well. And I'm going to show you how to add a video as well. So let's get started. And I'm going to bring you over to, we've got a, let's see here, there we go. Okay, I'm going to show you, this is what a card looks like when you first start with vCard. After you've signed up, this may be what your card looks like today. It's very basic, there isn't much information on it, and but you can fix that in less than 10 minutes. So at the bottom of the card, I want you to be aware, there's this very convenient, it says owner link. You can click on that, and it takes you to the vCard Global Login page. So you'll want to log in with your username and password. And this takes you into the back office. Now, the back office, let's get rid of that information. The back office has a number of things here for you to be aware of. Over on the left-hand side, if you are a new customer, you're just trying us out, this is where you can upgrade, okay? This is where you can purchase, either become an advisor, where you get 2 cards, plus an extra card to market the business, and you get to participate in the shared revenue plan. It's only $129 a year. You can get 2 vCards for $99 a year, and you can have 1 great vCard for $59 a year. So that's where that information is. If you want to get into the card today so we can start editing it, it's right here on the right-hand side, this 3rd button down, the vCard editor. That's what we're looking for. So let's click on that, and that will take you into the editor itself here. And I've already logged into this editor for us. So this is the editor dashboard. And if you're brand new to vCard, it's actually going to take you directly into the wizard. So I've already been into this account, so it already knows that. I'm going to click on the setup wizard. If you come in here and for some reason you don't see this, it doesn't take you directly into the setup wizard, you want to look for this button here, setup wizard. Let's go into there. And this is a step-by-step process that walks you through the process of building your card. Step 1, we add your contact info. Step 2, we aggregate your social media and your important links in one place. Step 3, we're going to upload a photo and logo. And step 4, we're going to choose a design. We'll get started here. And we've got Stephen's information here. And I'm going to copy and paste. I've got a Word doc here where I've written down a number of things here that I can, so I can copy this in. So let's copy in the name of his company here, the Associated Consulting Group. And we will copy over his title as well. And then we will copy over his, let's see here, his address. There we go. Union Street, Brooklyn. I'm in Portland, Oregon. I've got a brother coming in today from Brooklyn. That's going to be fun. And so there we go. Now, when you're putting in the address, what I tell folks is, if you have a home address, obviously you probably don't want to make that information public. So you can just put in the city and the state, but you don't need to put in the address, okay? Leave the address blank, but put in at least the city and the state. And you could put in the country as well. Let people know where you are in the world. That helps people. If you do have a street address, you want to make sure that the Show Map It button is clicked. What this will do is anyone who has your card, they can click the Navigate or the Map It button, and it will navigate from their phone directly to you. And that is a really nice, convenient feature. So make sure that you've got your street address and you've clicked this button, Show Map It button. Let's put his website address in here. And I'm just copying and pasting. I should show you what I'm doing there, but just right click, paste that information. The phone number comes through from the sign up process, but there are no dashes. And I really like you, if you could, please put dashes here. It just makes it easier for people to read. This becomes the phone number that is the click to call phone number on your card as well. So put some dashes there. And then I believe this is his mobile number, but if it wasn't his mobile number, he could add a mobile number here. I'm going to go and also add his work number here with his extension. And I'm going to add here, he's got a fax number. I'm going to just highlight that, right click, copy so you can see what I'm doing. And then right click and paste that information. And we'll continue to the next page. Now, this next page is really important. This is where you aggregate your social media and all the important information about you. It's really all of your resources. This is where, you know, people call vCard your personal portal. It's more than just a business card. This is one of the things that really helps it to become that. vCard is just a convenient way for you to get your information to other people, and it aggregates it all in one place. It creates efficiency in your day and in your business. So let's go and grab his Facebook page here. I'm going to highlight the entire URL path. So I've just opened up Facebook, highlighted that entire URL up there at the top in the browser. You can see that. I'm going to right click, I'm going to copy this information, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to paste this information. And then I'm going to go over here to Twitter. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to highlight this, copy it, bring it back over to the builder, find Twitter, and I'm going to paste this in here. And then the same for LinkedIn. I'm going to highlight this, copy it, bring it back over to the builder for LinkedIn, and I will paste this information. We've got 16 social media here. I'm sure we've got your social media that you're using here. This is, like I said, aggregate all that social media in one place. The next section here is called Reach Me Online. This is for your chat profiles, your communication profiles. How do you communicate with people? You know, a lot of us we're working internationally, and you know, Skype is what I use, and you can put your Skype name here. Okay, so now people, you don't have to tell people anymore. It's on your business card. They've got your business card no matter where they are. That's the great thing about vCard is you send someone your business card. It has all your information on whether they are in, you know, you're standing right next to them or they're across the other side of the globe. They can get your business card now. So you can put your Skype information here, your WhatsApp information, WeChat. We've also added the ability for you to add your Zoom meeting ID here, your join.me as well. This again, just how do they reach you? This is the section for that. And then my favorite section is the important links section. This is just a great resource for folks. And I'll show you something here. This is kind of exciting here. I'm going to show you how Ron Hines uses this. Ron Hines is our vCard's very first national director, and I think he's on the call today, so we're real excited about that. And Ron Hines uses the important links here. You can see here he's got some listings down here. And what I like about it is he puts the address information in here, and he puts the information about it, and you can do the same thing here. You can put the address here, and then you can put the link directly to the real estate listing that you have. So also I've seen people do it where they just type in like residential listing, and then they type in over here like Redfin. They put their link to Redfin, or their, you know, their agency, their MLS listings. They could do the same thing for their commercial listings. And then over here they would put something like LoopNet. Okay, so if you have, and you, like I said, you can just use this little plus sign and keep adding more. The same is true here for your portfolio. This is great for contractors. This is great for artists. Anyone who has work that they do that they want people to see. So if you're a contractor and you remodel kitchens, this is where you would link to your Flickr account with all of your pictures of your kitchens. You could also upload your entire gallery to vCard as well. So just so you know, it's easy to do that. The book now is for online schedulers And there's lots of third-party schedulers out there. You can link to your third-party scheduler, such as like Schedulicity, and you know, MindBody. There's just so many different ones out there, and those also can be embedded, you know, into your vCard as well. But you have a convenient link there right on your vCard. The Purchase My Books is used. We've got lots of authors. Lots of authors love vCard. It's great for them. You put all your books on there for sale. Or if you recommend books, and this might be something Stephen does, there may be some certain books for certain people. He works with a lot of businesses, and there may be things that he recommends that, you know, some of his clients read as well. And he could put the name of the book here, and then he could link to that book for sale, whether it's on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or another independent bookstore. He can link to that. Shop online, very smart as well. This is for all of you distributors out there, or anyone who has an online store. So you can put all of your online stores here in one place. You can even, you know, so you just type in the name. So for example, I don't have an online store per se, but my mom, I often promote my mother's store. She has an Etsy store where she sells doll dresses that she puts together, and baby clothes and things that she makes. And so if I want to tell people about that, I can just send people, you know, I can send people to her vCard because I've created her one. But I could also just send people directly to my vCard and say, oh yeah, my mom's store is, you can find it on my vCard. It's at the bottom there. It's under, you know, it says LA Stitches, and then they'll click on it and it will take them to her Etsy page, okay? And then finally, the please support section. This is for the causes you support. It's for the, you know, if you were doing, like, for example, Race for the Cure, we have that coming up here in Portland. If you're running for Race for the Cure, you can say, please sponsor me, and then to your online link where people can sponsor you. You can put your kids' fundraisers. I've done that before. Makes it really convenient. I'll put a link to that. I'll put a link to things like, you know, churches that you support, or obviously charities, organizations, Kickstarters, whatever it is. This is where you can put it. Makes it really easy, and this little nice icon shows up with it too. So let's just put this in here. You could say something like, I like to create calls to action as well. So please sponsor me for the Race for the Cure. And then over here, you would go and copy and paste your Race for the Cure sponsorship ID, right? You'd put your whole, the whole URL so they would go to the right page. And then if for some reason we doesn't fit in any of these here, you have extra websites, here you can add additional sites here as well. So let's add continue. And then here we're going to load our photo and our logo. This is the third step. The photo is really important. And Stephen, thank you so much for getting me your photo today. The photo, I'm going to go to my computer and I'm going to look for the photo. This photo, you know, a photo just makes these cards because it's what makes it memorable. People will remember your face, okay? They may not remember your name when they meet you, but they would definitely, when they see the name and they see the face, it all comes together for them. And this photo is something that will show not only on your vCard, but it's when anyone texts your vCard to someone else, when they share your vCard to someone else by text or by email, your photo is included. So your photo will be on that text message and it will be in that email. Your photo gets downloaded into the vCard Global mobile app, and it gets downloaded if someone is just downloading the card. They're not a member yet of vCard, and someone shares the card with them. They can download it into their contacts on their phone or an Outlook or wherever. And when they do that, that photo is also shared there. So get yourself a photo and definitely add it to your card. So we're uploading this photo from my computer here. It asks us to give it a name, and then we will save that. And now we also have the option of adding a logo. So if you have a logo, this is also great. We're going to go and grab his logo here. Nice logo. And again, it asks for a file name. This is as you get more and more files, it makes it easier. You can search for those files later on. And we will continue to the next step. And here we're going to choose a design. Well, look at this now. So you can see here, this is coming along. We have, you know, in just a few minutes, we've created a pretty nice looking card for Stephen. And now we get to choose and play with some of the colors. And so we've got these little buttons here. These change, you can see they change the color of the buttons. And then this changes the design altogether. We have all these different types of designs that you can choose from. So Stephen, and you can change your design at any time. We're always adding new designs. You can also customize your design to exactly match your branding. So I can choose this right now. And let's see here. That blue actually might be just right. There's this other blue here too that's very similar. I think I'm going to go with this blue here. This looks really nice. That color pretty much matches his logo. I think that looks great. So we're going to come down here and we're going to click finish. And this publishes his card. That means everyone can see it. And he's got a brand new looking vCard. So congratulations, Stephen. Now we're going to really enhance his card. I'm going to walk you through a few more things. First thing I want to show you is you've just landed on the editor homepage. On the editor homepage, we've got the vCard name, which you should know here, and that's Stephen DiMaria. Okay, that's his vCard name. That's when he shares the card with someone. If he's talking to someone and they've got the vCard app and they just want to type it in, that's what he tells them. Oh yeah, my vCard name is Stephen DiMaria. And then when he's setting up the vCard Global Mobile app, okay, he needs both his vCard name and he needs his security code. Now, when he sets up his app, he will be able to start sharing his card very easily through the app itself. Now, he can share it just without the app, okay? Because on the card itself, we've got this share vCard, download vCard. You know, you click on that, and well, let me do this from the live card so you can see, because it's not going to do it in the viewer. There we go. This is the live card. And from your phone or desktop, you can say share vCard. You can type in someone's email address and it will send them a nice message with this card. You can download this card also directly into your native contacts without having the vCard app. But if you have the app, it's so powerful and it's so much fun because now with the vCard Global Mobile app, you can easily share your card. You can you can create messages, that default messages. So when you send out that text message, you can have a default text message that goes out with your card every time. And you can customize those messages. The other thing that the vCard app works for is if you're a networker, and I suspect Stephen is a networker, and just like myself, I'm a networker. And so when you network with folks, you know, I don't know about you, but there's a group of about 40 other business owners in Portland that I've been networking with for years, and they've referred my business and I've referred their business. So we've exchanged vCards, okay? And I used to walk around with, well, I could never walk around with all of their cards, but I walk around sometimes with a few of their cards, you know, in my purse. And that wasn't very convenient. Or if you came to my office, I actually had this like binder where I had all the cards in there. And I could pull people's cards out, which was kind of fun as well. But now it's just so convenient because I always have everybody's card because I'm walking around with my phone. I always have my phone with me. So when I meet someone out, I can say, you know, if I'm talking to someone, now it's convenient. Someone says, oh, I'm looking for, you know, I'm talking to a friend or a colleague and they say they're looking for a painter and they're one of my network. I can say, oh, I know someone, and I can refer them and they can refer me because from the app, I've got their card. I just go to it. I say share. And I send it off to whoever I'm talking to. That's one of the things that's powerful about the vCard Global app. There's so much more to it, and I just recommend that you download it and play with it and have some fun with it. And we're adding new features to it as well. So it's just going to become more and more important. We've got some follow me features that will allow you, if you've got followers, you'll be able to put out coupons, you know, specials. You'll be able to, if you change it, if you add a calendar, an event calendar, and someone's following you, they'll receive notifications through the app about that information. So that's all coming out. And yes, so I just want you to be aware of that information. It's right here on the editor homepage, okay? Now let's walk through here. The next tab here is the contact info. This is all the contact information that we filled out earlier. Now, anytime Stephen updates his contact information, anyone who's ever received his card will get that new information. That's why vCard is for life. vCard will follow you wherever you go. If for some reason Stephen decides to retire and start a new business or do something different, or he moves his address or he changes his phone number, all he has to do is update his card and everyone has that information. That's just one of the powerful things about vCard, is that everyone who has your card will always have your most current information. So one of the things I love, you can change your information at any time. Right over here, this next tab is your social media information. And then again, this is where you can update your picture and your logo as well. And again, this information is updated, and it's updated for everybody as well. The next tab over is where you can update your design. So at any time, if you want to, like I said, we have lots of designs to choose from, and you can play around and try. This is fun. People love to try out new designs. And you get tired of a design, yeah, you just come back in here and you can change it. You can do it yourself. Very easy to do. The fourth tab, now this is where the power of the editor really is. This is where you can start to add pages, and you can add more content to your vCard. And you can resize things, because like here, this photo is a little bit big, so I can take this and just make it a little bit smaller there. And that's in a little bit better proportion now. He could also maybe resize this logo just a little bit as well. So that's actually a little too small. And so what I'm doing is I'm dragging this little tool here, and you can see it's kind of in there. There we go. I like that. Much better. So this center tab here, the center area, is where you edit your card, where you can add new information. The left-hand side is where you're going to add pages, and then way over on the right-hand side, this is where you see what it's actually going to look like on the live card once you publish. Anytime you make a change to vCard, you have to publish your card for the world to see it. So let's add some pages now for him. So we're going to add a page for insurance plans. We're going to add a page for, you see, I just click add page and I just type in the name. I'm going to write one about Stephen. I'm going to write one, let's see here, about ACG. And we can change these page names, so if they don't really call it ACG, then I can change that later, okay? Let's see, what else did I want? I wanted to add the very important call to action, get a quote. All right, so let's add some, and so these are my pages here, and I can reorder these pages here. So if I wanted to, I could put about Stephen above insurance plans. I could put about ACG here too, about insurance plans. So, and then when you click on a page itself, you'll be able to edit that page. You click on about Stephen, and you've got a blank page here ready to go for us to add some content. So let's start adding some content and build out this card for you so you can see how we do that. I've got a Word doc here that I've got a bio for Stephen, and I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to right-click, copy this text, bring it back here, and I'm going to use these little green plus signs that you see throughout. This is a icon. When you click on it, it brings up a list of block types we have, and we've got a lot of block types here. So the most important ones that you're going to use are these top four: the text block, the ability to add an image, the ability to create a photo gallery or a slideshow, and the ability to add a video. Video is really important for your vCard. If you have video, I recommend adding it. We know that people watch video on their mobile phones, and it's just become the best way to market your business. It's just a really powerful format. And I would even recommend, Stephen, that if you could, that you would add a 30 to 60 second video where you would talk directly to the camera and just introduce yourself. And you would say, hi, I'm Stephen, and I'm president of the Associated Consulting Group, and I've been doing this for so many years, and I love working with people, and I got into this business because of this, and I'm really here to take care of you, and I just, please give me, you know, call me and I can do, you know, and I can't wait to talk to you, you know. So you introduce yourself. You do basically your 30-second elevator pitch, you know, you've heard of that. You do that on the video, and it doesn't have to be high production values. You put that up on YouTube, you upload it to YouTube, and you put it on the homepage of your vCard. That is a very powerful tool. I have used it in my business, and it has absolutely worked. People have contacted me after seeing my vCard and my video and said, oh, I saw your vCard, I saw your video, and guess, you know, I'd really like to meet you. I'd really like to work with you. I had never even spoken to these people, and here, you know, they had seen it, and it had just been basically they had found the video, you know, either this was before we had the app, and I was just using the signature file at the time. So, yeah, that's one thing that I recommend if you have the ability to do it. You know, like I said, you could do it even on your phone, and it's a very powerful tool. You will be happy with it. But let's go ahead and add his bio right now. We're going to click on the text block. And this is a typical, you know, text editor. You're probably familiar with these tools. You can right-click there. That worked out perfectly. I'm going to click paste. And when you are writing for the web, you do want to make sure that you break things into small paragraphs. It just makes it easier for people to read. So I think this is about as small as you can do here. I'm going to go and grab his name again and bring that over. And then I'm going to go here. And I'm going to create a title for this block. And to format the title here, you know, we can make it a different, there's what are called headings. Okay, this is something that we do in the world of the web. I'm going to click a heading 1. It's like a title for it. And then I just click the add button down here. And that will add that information here. So that looks good. We've got that added. And we could go back and add his picture again since this is about him. I can go back over here to image. And then I've already got his image there. It's in the media library. I just click on it and I say add. And that adds that, and I can make that again a little bit smaller. There. And we've got a nice about page for Stephen. So let's add some more information here as well. He's got some insurance plans. Let's add some information on those. So, okay, I'm going to just copy all of this. These are the insurance plans that he offers. Copy. I'm going to add a text block. Right click, paste that information in. Okay, good. And then I will format this a little bit just to make sure this looks good. And the one thing that you have to, this is where you'll have to have a little bit of patience, is sometimes formatting text blocks, I can tell you, it can get a little funny. You know, you kind of go back and forth. You format it here, and then you have to see what it looks like. So let's add that and see what that looks like. And you can see there's way too much space between some of these things here. So you just have to come back in here, and I have to just remove some extra space here. And we'll see what that does. So, and that's what happens too when you copy something from someplace else. There's also a shift return. There we go. That's probably going to look a little better. So what I did, I'm using shift enter to make it so that there isn't a space between that bolded, because otherwise it creates a full return, and I don't want that. Let's see, delete. I'm going to go shift enter. Okay, that's how I created that little space there. It's just shift to enter. So I'm going to do that again here, because otherwise it does a full return and makes that space. Shift enter. We'll do one more here, and then we'll be done with this. So I go delete, shift enter, and then I can save that. And yeah, that looks good. I like the way that looks. Though it's kind of boring without some more imagery, so let's add a little bit of imagery. He's got some pictures here that we can add. So I'm going to grab one of those. I'll click on image again. There we go. Okay. And let's see here. We've got a few images. Here we can go. Great. All right. And we'll say insurance page. And if you wanted to, you could break this up and add these in multiple blocks with multiple images. That also creates a little bit of interest on here. The other thing I want to add here too is a call to action, which is get a quote. So I'm going to click on add a new block. And in this case, I have an image here. I'm going to go image again. I'm going to upload an image, and I've got a get a quote button here. So I'm going to click open my get a quote. Now, with any image that you have here, you have the ability to link to an external page. So we could link to another website if we wanted to. That's really important if you have like products that you sell on another website. You can put the product on here and link to that page where they can purchase it. Or if you click on this drop down, this is actually a drop down where it says external here, and you can see I've got all the pages that I've set up. I can click to get a quote. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make that go to get a quote. And that looks a little bit big here, that button, so I'm going to just resize it. And again, what I'm doing is I'm pulling this little drop down here and just trying to resize it. And I'm using Firefox. This works actually a little bit better in Chrome. I've used it in Chrome too. Chrome's probably what I should be building these cards in. I know people have been trying to get me on Chrome. I've been on Firefox for so long. I've got all my bookmarks here, but I really need to start using it. It's a little bit better. It's easier to use. So, it's just a better browser, period. So, okay, so that looks good. I've got my get a quote button and I've got this page. So let's now add my get a quote form then as well. So we come over here to the get a quote page. And we are going to add a contact form so people can reach in to get a quote. So I can say add a new block here. And we do have a contact form block here. You can see that. It's this 6 button down. And I can click on contact form. You can have multiple contact forms. So it asks you to name this form. So imagine that you're a real estate agent and you're looking for buyers and sellers, right? So you might have one form that's named buyers and another form that's named sellers. So, you can have, depending on, he could create a form for each type of insurance as well, for his business insurance and personal insurance or, whatever type of insurance, group health, he could have different forms and name them after that. And then then he would know exactly what the people were requesting, right? In this case, I'm going to just do my get a quote form. And we're going to put in his email address here. I'm going to come back over here and grab that. You can have more than one person receive an email too. So if you've got, you've got a partnership, whatever, you just add a comma and then add that other email address that you need in here, okay? So you can have multiple email addresses. And so when someone fills out this form, it will go to that email address. I'm going to say I want the first name and last name on my form. I want the email, and I want their phone number. It is best to have a shorter form if you can, just because people are more likely to fill it out the shorter the form. And then I can also have just something that says comments here. I could also have something that says, tell me about yourself, or what type of insurance are you looking for. And then I click the add button. And this has added the form. I could still, though, it still needs a little bit more above it. So I can add a call to action. So I'm going to click on the text box here. And I'm going to just get a quote. So I can put something like, well, I could say, yeah, please contact me to get a quote. I look forward to serving you. you know, or helping you or whatever. You know, you could have a little something like that, and then we can have, get a quote. You can give them a little instruction on how you want them to fill out the form. That's, you know, that's quite appropriate. Have your information here, and then I'm just going to click add. And then let's add also an image here just to make this a little bit more interesting. We've got some more images that we can use. I'm going to upload another image here. And so one of the things that I want to point out here is, you see I've got this image. I can move around blocks here. These little icons here allow me to move blocks up and down, okay? That's how you move around your blocks here. You can move things up and down. If you want to edit a block, you've got this edit button here. Clicks on that, opens it up, make your changes and save it again, okay? And then if you need to delete a block, you would delete the block here. So we've made a bunch of changes on our card here, and obviously we haven't written anything about ACG yet. So let's say I'm done for the day and I want to publish this card. I can change the visibility, and I can decide to hide this page until I'm ready for people to see it. I clicked on that eye icon, I unclick it, and now it's visible. This is better than deleting a page. It allows you to work on a page, and then let's say you have like a seasonal event that only happens, you know, one time a year. Well, you don't have to delete that page. You can just hide that page until you're ready to use it again. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go save and publish. I'm going to click on this publish button here. You can see it's still unpublished. If it's red, it means it's unpublished. You want it to be green. So I'm going to say yes, publish. It tells me it's been done, so I know it really has, and now I can go and view this card. So there we go. This card is coming along, Stephen. And if we look here at his menu here, we've got the About Stephen page. We've got information about him. And he can do this for all of his agents. They can all have that on there. They can have information about the insurance plans with the Get a Quote action item there. And then the Get a Quote page as well. You know, the other thing that I would add to this page here is I would add the Get a Quote. I would actually, we could add a little bit more information to its homepage to make it a little stronger. Could add the Get a Quote here. We would add a video here. I'd love to have a video. We could have a little more text here as well. And let me show you how to add a video, because that's important for folks who haven't done that yet. Let's just go to YouTube. We're going to add a video from our YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube and you search Help Desk YouTube, you will see our YouTube channel here. And I'm going to grab a video from here. Let's see here. We've got, let's grab this one here. This is the vCard overview. And with your video on YouTube, the best way to add it, there's a few simple ways. You're looking for what's called the embed code. So no matter what system you're using, if you're on Vimeo, you're also looking for the embed code. Facebook, you're looking for the embed code. If you right click, okay, on a YouTube video, you can copy the embed code here. That will give you the embed code you can use. But with YouTube, you have this issue where sometimes it will play additional videos at the end. So I like to use instead, I look for the share button. And the share button is what you're going to use on Vimeo as well. As you're looking for the share button, then you're looking for this word embed. Okay, you want to look for what's called the embed code. And this strip here you see that's highlighted, that's the embed code. But I'm going to go to show more so I can see the advanced features. And right here, this show suggested video when the video finishes, make sure that is unchecked. If it's unchecked, that means it only shows your video and no one else's. If it is checked, it will show something strange at the end of your video. Probably not yours, maybe one of your competitors' videos. So you really want to make sure that that is unchecked. So I want to point that out to you. And then come back up here. After you know it's unchecked, highlight all of that code from end to end. Copy it. And then let's go back here to the builder itself. And we're going to go back to the page editor. and we'll go back to the home page. And I'm going to add a video here. So I'm going to click on add a new block. Click on video. And I'm going to right click and I'm pasting that video in. It's that easy. So, you know, and you can add all types of videos. If you are a distributor for a specific product, you're working for a service, you have a service company, video testimonials. If you can get your clients to do a short video testimonial for you, that is just so powerful and really fun. Do your own video testimonial as well. You know, again, why are you selling? You know, why do you recommend this product? Video testimonials are great. As well as, you know, obviously everyone loves the polished marketing videos too. So if you are lucky enough to have those from your company, and you can put those up, you know, obviously put those up. But definitely those personal video testimonials you create will also be very powerful in marketing your business. So there we go. I want to open it up now for some questions that you guys have. I can see here that there's some chat going on, so I'm going to go check out that out. And I would like to also see here what else it is. You know, if you have any questions, you're welcome to add them to chat, or you're also welcome to unmute your mic and you can ask a question. So let's see here. Brianna and Sonia were talking today here about if they can add other ways of adding videos without YouTube or Vimeo or Wistia. And Sonia's right, Brianna, you can add a video directly in here if you have an MP3 or MP4. The only thing that I would say is, I'm going to show people that block here. It's right here at the bottom, MP3 and MP4. So you could load a raw video, an MP4 file directly into here. I personally prefer loading your video on YouTube or Vimeo because they have the widest browser compatibility, which means that there's a possibility someone won't be able to see your MP4, but I can assure you that everyone can watch your YouTube video or your Vimeo video because they've worked all of that out. But there will be some people on certain phones who may not be able to broadcast that. So that's the reason why I prefer that. But I know there's a lot of people who want to use that, and this is a new feature here. You can now upload that up, and there you go. Yeah. Let's see here. What other questions do I see there? Can you change the titles on the page? So Olden, yes, you can change your, so I think what you're saying is, can you change the, are you saying that can you change the page name itself? So if I wanted to change like about ACG to about Associated Consulting Group, I click on the page name and then I can change this to say Associated Consulting Group, and then I click change name. If you want to change the title of the card itself, and this is what Google sees, okay, then you would go over here to the editor homepage, and you can see here where it says vCard title, you would change it here, okay? That's where you would change the title of the overall card, okay? And that is the title that is seen by the search engines. It's also what is used with the beacon technology that you may be using. That is also the title that comes through. Let's see here. And Stephen has 2 other companies he wants to add then to their website. And Stephen, I will show you how to do that. We'll do that together even. I'm going to help you finish up your card today. So the way that you'll be able to add additional companies, and that's the nice thing about vCard, is you can add all of those companies here in one place. One of the places that I recommend that you could do that would be, you could either add links to those in the important links section, okay, on the home page here. Actually, let's go here to the live card. Oh, that was what we started with, guys. See what we did in just a short time period. And if I wasn't talking so much, we could have done it faster. But down here, you could add additional links. You could have additional, you know, links to websites, to other companies that you have. You can have direct links here too. You can add the name of another company, and we'll be able to link directly to it here from your drop-down menu as well. You can have a whole page about the other companies. That is the flexibility of vCard. Or you can also set up additional vCards if you want for your other companies. All of those company cards can be shared through the vCard Global mobile app. So thanks for that question, Stephen, and we can chat for a few minutes and we can finalize this card, you and I. So you can get out there and start sharing it. And I'll remove things like my mother's information on here. And Olden is asking, what is the beacon technology? Well, you know what, Olden, I am not an expert on beacon technology. I just know that there's been a number of people who are using it. It is a new technology out there. You'll be hearing more about it, I know, but it is basically another way to share your vCard that people are using. It takes a little bit of programming. It's a little difficult to get started with, but basically you walk around with what's called a beacon, and then if you are in a room of people and you're able to transmit your card to them. So that is what that is about, and we've been talking to some folks lately about beacons, and we'll have some more information for you, Olden, on that when that's appropriate, okay? So that will be coming down. And then Sonia asked, when will we be able to do some mobile editing from our phone? Our very good designer, developer, Stephen Mayton, has been working on the mobile design for this system. And we are working on it. I don't have a release date for you, but I do know that it's one of our priorities is to get that out. So definitely you'll be seeing that soon. So yes, definitely you will be seeing that soon. We've got a number of big features that are coming out soon. So one of the things here, like for a company like Stevens, one of the things that we are working on, just so you know, is a corporate program. And a corporate program would allow someone who has lots of agents to create a template that all of their agents use. They'll be able to customize whatever it is you give them ability to customize, okay? So that type of, that's something that we are working on, is a corporate program where the corporation controls the template, the look, and what information their employees can change. And that's something we're very excited about, and we're working hard to get that launched for you as well. All right, so thank you so much for those questions. I have recorded this, and I'm going to post this today on our YouTube channel. And then, John, I'm going to check and make sure that you got on our emails. I was going to say tomorrow with the corporate newsletter is coming out, and I'm going to have an interview there with Ron Hines, who is our new national director. We're so excited about that. We've also got an overview call tomorrow night that I don't know who's doing that overview call. It may be Ron Hines, it may be our CEO and founder, Alan Lowe. But let me tell you, it's going to be, if you've got someone who you want to, you're trying to tell them what vCard's about, be at the overview call tomorrow. Bring that person with you, and that overview call will be tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. And then again, we also record those overview calls too. They are online. You can find them on our YouTube channel as well.
Great.
Well, thanks again, everyone. Yes, Alan, is that you?
Yeah, that's me. So tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to start. I'm going to give everybody here a little bit of a preview what's coming out on the newsletter tomorrow. So you don't even know this, but we're going to send it out. And I know I didn't get a chance to talk to Cherie just yet. But what we're going to do is, you know, I talked to Ryan Hines, I talked to Tina, and I talked to some other leaders out there like Dennis and people like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to start doing training once a week. So what we're going to do is everybody pick Sunday night for the night to do training. So our first training meeting is, you know, maybe tomorrow what I'll do is I'll teach everybody your why, how you build a list, how you contact people. Next week we might teach people how to use a tool called a three-way call. We'll teach people one week, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Ask great questions, how to capture information, and how to close people, and how to share the card properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a lot of, we're going to start a training session once a week, and that's going to be on Sunday night. So
that sounds fabulous. Great. So tomorrow night is the first training call.
And I'm going to do the first one, but Ron Hines and I and Tina and a few others, we're going to design a whole training system. So if anyone has any ideas here on this call, I'm going to give you my card if you already haven't taken my card down. My card is Alan Lowe, so it's AlanLowe.vcardinfo.com. You know, you can get in touch with me right there, .com.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
Cherie's brain's going so faster and she's so busy. So you could do that. And if you have any suggestions, I'll give you my corporate email. My corporate email is alan@vcardglobal.com. And, you know, send me any suggestions or anything that you'd like to see, because what we're here is, listen, all these meetings and all these trainings and everything, it's not about vCard Global. It's not about us. It's not about Cherie Collins or Alan Lowe or Stephen Remendini or whoever. It's about you. And we're here to serve you to make your life easier, simpler, and your business. So we're here to enhance your lifestyle. We're here to enhance your business, to take you and your business to the next level. So let us know what we can do to help you make it simpler and easier, so we can go out and change millions and billions of lives around the world. Thank you, Cherie. Back to you.
Well, thanks, Alan. I think that's great. So everyone, thanks again for joining us today, and looking forward to tomorrow night. That's going to be great. All right, everyone, have a great rest of the weekend, and the next workshop that I have is on Wednesday. Next Wednesday is the next workshop, and I'll look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much.